Hello, hey everybody, this is your good old friend Gino. I guess I can take these off. Now that I know that everything's running and I can hear everything. I might have to put them back on sooner or later, but I don't need to right now. This is my Happy Thanksgiving show. I hope everybody's going to have a good Thanksgiving tomorrow. I'm planning on going to my daughter's. Hope somebody's planning on going somewhere. If you ain't, I'm sure there's somebody, a church organization or something, they'll be glad to take you in and fellowship with you. Especially around Rockville area. We're good people around here. Just about anybody is willing to do for everybody. So if I was going to be home, I would take anybody in myself. But I'm not. Because I'm going to be going to my daughter's tonight. Seeing as how I'm going to my daughter's, and we recently found out here that she was she's pregnant. She's going to have a little baby boy. I'm going to have me another grandson, but this one with my daughter. She's got 3 daughters. She's been hoping for a boy. That's what she's been holding out for, actually. And me and the wife, we ended up getting a COVID test. So I'm going to be doing that here in a little bit. We're going to run one of them 15-minute COVID tests just to make sure before we go. And well, hello there, Billy.
Hey there, Gino.
What are you doing?
Oh, I'm just hanging out. I just thought I'd come out and say hey.
Oh, did you? Now you come up here to help me with my show?
Nope.
You didn't? You didn't come up here to help me with my show?
Nope. I come out to turn out my video.
Promote your video?
Yes, you know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Your video. Yes. Old Billy here, he done a video. Played his guitar, didn't you?
Yep, I sure did.
All right. Well, we won't prolong it any longer. Seeing how you just wanted to come up and just promote your video. Well, everybody, seeing how it's going to be Thanksgiving, we would like to just keep this show fun. We're not going to get into anything too big, and the guys did some videos for us this Thanksgiving show, and I hope you all enjoy it. This first one, do you want to announce it?
Okay.
All right, you tell them what it is.
It's a Thanksgiving song.
It's a Thanksgiving song. Who does that?
Me.
Okay. I think it's Adam Sandler, but you're doing it for us, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Okay. All right. With no further delay, there it is, the Thanksgiving song.
They want to hear the Thanksgiving song. All right. This is a Thanksgiving song. I hope you enjoy it. Love to eat turkey. Love to eat turkey. Oh, I love you. Love to eat turkey, 'cause it's good. Love to eat turkey like a good boy should, 'cause it's turkey to eat. So good. That clapping's messing my head up, man. I appreciate it, but I was trying to think of the next line. I'm like, all I hear is clapping. Here we go. Thanks anyways. Turkey for me, turkey for you. Let's eat the turkey in my big brown shoe. Love to eat the turkey at the table. I once saw a movie with Betty Grable. Eat that turkey all night long. 50 million Elvis fans can't be wrong. Turkey lurkey do and turkey lurkey dap. I eat that turkey, then I take a nap. Thanksgiving is a special night. Jimmy Walker used to say dynamite. That's right. Turkey with gravy and cranberry. Can't believe the Mets traded Darryl Strawberry. Turkey for you and turkey for me. Can't believe Tyson gave that girl BD. White meat, dark meat, you just can't lose. I fell off my moped and I got a bruise. Turkey in the oven and the buns in the toaster. I'll never take down my Cheryl Teague's poster. Wrap the turkey up in aluminum foil. My brother likes to masturbate with baby oil. Turkey and sweet potato pie. Sammy Davis Jr. only had one eye. Oh, turkey for the girls and turkey for the boys. My favorite kind of pants are corduroys. Gobble, gobble, goo, and gobble, gobble, giggle. I wish turkey only cost a nickel. Oh, I love turkey on Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Oh, thank you.
Yay!
You like that, did you, Billy?
Yes, I sure did.
Okay. Well, actually, thank you very much for that. Everybody else is going to probably enjoy that. All right.
Yeah,
All right. Well, you have a happy Thanksgiving.
you have a happy Thanksgiving too, Gino.
All right. We'll see you.
Bye.
Oh, I love it when Billy stops by. He's a pretty fun guy to have around. Oh, give me a second here. Let me do something. Oh, man. Make sure this gets done. There we go. Yeah. Alrighty. Well, I had some other friends stop by. They wanted to just do a little bit for us and try out. We might have them back. See how we like them. Just give them a little try out. I'm gonna get this set over here. My stuff that I'm gonna need. Got this is supposedly got the little pad, the test pad in it. You know, that's the swab. Let's see, gotta peel it down on that part. Oh, and then you gotta also take one of these little doodads right here. That's the juice that you mix with it that has the chemical reaction. So here, let's I'm gonna get my hands all sanitized up here during this next little section, and we'll start this before we go any further with the show, because it's going to take at least 15 minutes for it to get the results, and I'm really not planning on having a real long show, but who knows, I got a surprise planned at the end. So, all right, let's hang on here. Where am I at? Here we go. All right, I hope you enjoy this.
Penguin takes his car into the shop, and the mechanic says he needs an hour to check it out.
What kind of car?
What kind of... A damn Penguin car, all right? Anyway, he goes across the street to the 7-Eleven to kill some time and get an ice cream. Penguins love ice cream.
Really?
Sure. But because he's got no hands, the poor little guy gets the ice cream all over his beak.
It's going somewhere.
So he goes back to the mechanic. The guy tells him, looks like it blew a seal. The Penguin tells him, no, that's just a little ice cream.
Blew a seal. Alright, I'm just now getting my hands all wiped off good, sterilized. I'm sterilized. Don't sterilize me. Alright, I'm gonna pick these things back up because I'm gonna put this paper towel for a little bit more cleanliness. Scissors. Let's see, don't want to cut into the package or the whatever, the test thing. Just let the trash fall. Okay. Alright. You gotta open it up. Wait, which way am I supposed to? That's the screw. Ah. This is how I'm supposed to. Alright. You gotta open it up. Have the testing thing. Don't touch the test strip. That was the big rule. Let's put this in here. Alright. Here comes the nasty part. Wait, no. First I gotta put the drops on. Yeah, I got. Well, let's break this open and make sure it's ready. There we go. Got that ready. Gotta put 6 drops right on here. Let's get the bifocals. Okay, I see. Twist off the top. And 1, 2, and I'm missing 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6 drops. Alright. This is the fun part. Woo. And we stick it in here and roll it. And then we take this tape off and seal it up. And now we got 15 minutes to find out if I'm positive or negative for the COVID. Alrighty then. So let's on with the show. We got this much. Alright. Well, before I introduce this next thing, hey, Uncle Mick. Mick. Uncle Mick, come up here. What's up? What up? Well, I'm just about ready to do your bit. I thought you might want to be up here for her.
Oh, what makes you think that?
Well, this is my Thanksgiving show, and tomorrow's Thanksgiving, and we're all going to be eating with the families and whatnot. And I thought you wanted to be together with me on the show for the Thanksgiving special.
Oh, I see.
Oh, whatever. You're grouch.
What's this shit?
Oh, hey, now don't be doing it. That's a COVID test. I'm testing for the COVID.
You got it?
No, I don't think so. I just want to be sure. I've got to go to my daughter's, and she's pregnant. So we want to play it safe. And I wanted to save it for the show so everybody could see.
Yeah, so you have some material.
Oh yeah, so I'd have some material. But I got some more material. Speaking of material, we got your little bit that I think everybody's going to enjoy.
Well, I'm sure they should.
All right, well, just be good and sit here and watch it with me, and we'll keep an eye on our little testy strip. 7:16, about 7:30ish or more, or less actually, because it's been a minute or two, and no line yet. So here we go. Let's get on to your little bit. All right.
Well, hit it. I can't be here forever.
All right.
Of course, I don't have to remind you, you've been told 4 or 5 times, and you probably knew this anyway from your date books. Tomorrow is Thanksgiving. And I'm happy because it's a day that you really understand that you're living in the 20th century, don't you? Because turkeys all over America will baste themselves in ovens that will later clean themselves. Now, we're not having turkey this year. We're a little tired of that. You get tired after a while, I think. We're having a seagull. Yeah, they're a little fishy, but you don't have to add salt, which makes them great. We've experimented before. One year we had a stork, which was that's kind of nice, but the wishbone made a hell of a noise. And then a couple of years ago, we were experimenting. We had common street pigeon. Unfortunately, 3 of the guests did pass away. So I'm anxious to get going here into my usual subjects, my little potpourri. I was a little bit late tonight. I'm sorry if I upset anybody here. I had an unusual incident in traffic. I either ran over a sheep or I ran over a small man wearing a sheepskin coat. And I'm not sure because I didn't stick around. I just kept moving. That's what you got to do, by the way. If you have an automobile accident, you run someone over, just get the hell out of there. If you get out of your car, all you're going to do is add to the confusion, And they're going to want to know your name and your address, and some wise guy, but you got any insurance, So what I do, just get the hell out of there because all you do, like I say, they got enough troubles without you stopping, So head on out. Yeah. Look at it this way. Hey, it's none of your concern. All right? That's all you got to remember. That's right. You mind your own business in life and you'll be okay. Which brings me, it gets me philosophical, though the wisest man I ever met once told me something that I never forgot. And although I never forgot it, I never quite memorized it either. So what I'm kind of left with having heard something that was really wise that I just can't remember, You know what you never see? A Japanese guy named Biff. At least I don't recall it.
Oh, you like that, huh?
Yeah, that was pretty good. Where was you going with that Biff thing?
I don't know.
All right.
Can I leave?
Yes, you can leave already. My goodness. I figured you want to stay around for a little bit. I'm going to be doing a good old song here myself. I'm going to try lip sync a little bit. Hopefully they won't cancel it out for me, but since how I am the main character and I'm lip syncing and the action's me, not the song really, but I'm going to try to attempt to lip sync something myself.
Oh, that sounds interesting. Can I go?
All right. Well, we'll see. I hope you have a happy Thanksgiving.
Why, I don't eat nothing.
You make things difficult, you know, sometimes.
I know.
All right. Well, you have a good, happy Thanksgiving, all right?
You have had Thanksgiving too.
Oh, I bet that was hard.
Yes, it was.
All right. We'll see ya. Oh, Uncle Mick, what are we going to do with you? Oh, well, we got a few more minutes going here. Well, what time is it now? Let me see. Oh, we're not quite at the half point, but I think I got a little something to wind up the show that everybody will enjoy. Used to be a real tradition with me that every Thanksgiving I listened to one particular song. I'd get in the car and listen to the radio if I was at somebody's house, or you know, if I was at home, I'd listen to it at home. But I thought I would make it a tradition and maybe play it on Gino's show if I can get away with it. I'd like to learn the song without saying all the words because I can't do that. I tried the karaoke and practicing, and man, if I maybe if I memorize it and say it a freaking bunch of times, I might get it. I might be able to do it one of these days. I'll try to. One of these days I'll try to be able to karaoke it. But I hope you enjoyed it. It's a good old classic, Alice's Restaurant. So I'm going to try to mimic it, lip sync it, whatever you want to call it. But I'm going to get here on here. I've got to do a couple things to get it going. First of all, let's turn this. And here we go. Alice's Restaurant.
This song is called Alice's Restaurant. It's about Alice and the restaurant. But Alice's Restaurant is not the name of the restaurant, that's just the name of the song. And that's why I call the song Alice's Restaurant. You can get anything you want at Alice's Restaurant. You can get anything you want at Alice's Restaurant. Walk right in, it's around the back, just a half a mile from the railroad track. And you can get anything you want at Alice's Restaurant. Now it all started 2 Thanksgivings ago. It was 2 years ago on Thanksgiving when my friend and I went up to visit Alice at the restaurant. But Alice doesn't live in the restaurant. She lives in the church nearby the restaurant in the bell tower with her husband Ray and Facha the dog. And living in the bell tower like that, they got a lot of room downstairs where the pews used to be. And having all that room, seeing as how they took out all the pews, they decided that they didn't have to take out their garbage for a long time. We got up there, we found all the garbage in there, and we decided it'd be a friendly gesture for us to take the garbage down to the city dump. So we took the 1/2 ton of garbage, put it in the back of a red VW microbus, took shovels and rakes and implements of destruction, and headed on toward the city dump. Well, we got there, and there's a big sign and a chain across the dump saying closed on Thanksgiving, and we had never heard of a dump closed on Thanksgiving before, and with tears in our eyes, we drove off into the sunset looking for another place to put the garbage. We didn't find one till we came to a side road, and off the side of the side road was another 15-foot cliff, and at the bottom of the cliff was another pile of garbage, and we decided that one big pile was better than 2 little piles, and rather than bring that one up, we decided to throw ours down. That's what we did. Drove back to the church, had a Thanksgiving dinner that couldn't be beat, went to sleep and didn't get up until the next morning when we got a phone call from Officer Obie. Said, "Kid, we found your name on an envelope at the bottom of a 1/2 ton of garbage, and wanted to know if you had any information about it." And I said, "Yes, sir, Officer Obie, I cannot tell a lie. I put that envelope under that garbage." After speaking to Obie for about 45 minutes on the telephone, we finally arrived at the truth of the matter and said that we had to go down and pick up the garbage, and also had to go down and speak to him at the police officer station. So we got in the red VW microbus with the shovels and rakes and implements of destruction, headed on toward the police officer station. Now, friends, there was only 1 or 2 things that Obie could have done at the police station, and the first was that he could have given us a medal for being so brave and honest on the telephone, which wasn't very likely, and we didn't expect it. Another thing was that he could have bawled us out and told us never to be seen driving garbage around the vicinity again, which is what we expected. But when we got to the police officer station, there was a third possibility that we hadn't even counted upon, and we was both immediately arrested, handcuffed. And I said, "Obie, I don't think I can pick up the garbage with these handcuffs on." He said, "Shut up, kid. Get in the back of the patrol car," and that's what we did. We sat in the back of the patrol car and drove to the, quote, "scene of the crime," unquote. I want to tell you about the town of Stockbridge, Massachusetts, where this happened here. They got 3 stop signs, 2 police officers and 1 police car, but when we got to the scene of the crime, there was 5 police officers and 3 police cars, being the biggest crime of the last 50 years, and everybody wanted to get in the newspaper story about it. And they was using up all kinds of cop equipment that they had hanging around the police officer station. They was taking plaster, tire track, footprints, dog-smelling prints, and they took 27 8x10 color glossy photographs with circles and arrows and a paragraph on the back of each one explaining what each one was to be used as evidence against us. Took pictures of the approach, the getaway, the northwest corner, the southwest corner, and that's not to mention the aerial photography. After the ordeal, we went back to the jail. Obie said he was going to put us in the cell. Said, "Kid, I'm going to put you in the cell. I want your wallet and your belt." And I said, "Obie, I can understand you wanting my wallet so I don't have any money to spend in the cell, but what do you want my belt for?" And it said, "Kid, we don't want any hangings." I said, "Obie, did you think I was going to hang myself for littering?" Obie said he was making sure, and friends Obie was, because he took out the toilet seat so I couldn't hit myself over the head and drown. And he took out the toilet paper so I couldn't bend the bars, roll the toilet paper out the window, slide down the roll, and have an escape. Obie was making sure, and it was about 4 or 5 hours later that Alice, remember Alice? It's a song about Alice. Alice came by and with a few nasty words to Obie on the side, bailed us out of jail. We went back to the church, had another Thanksgiving dinner that couldn't be beat, and didn't get up until the next morning when we all had to go to court. We walked in, sat down. Obie came in with the 27 8x10 colored glossy pictures with the circles and arrows and a paragraph on the back each one. Sat down. Man came in, said, "All rise." We all stood up, and Obie stood up with the 27 8x10 colored glossy pictures, and the judge walked in, sat down with the seeing-eyed dog, and he sat down. We sat down. Obie looked at the seeing-eyed dog. Then the 27 8x10 colored glossy pictures with the circles and arrows and a paragraph on the back of each one, and looked at the seeing-eyed dog. And then the 27 8x10 colored glossy pictures with the circles and arrows and a paragraph on the back of each one, and began to cry, because Obie came to the realization that it was a typical case of American blind justice, and there wasn't nothing he could do about it. And the judge wasn't going to look at the 27 8x10 colored glossy pictures with the circles and arrows and a paragraph on the back of each one, explaining what each one was to be used as evidence against us. And we was fined $50 and had to pick up the garbage in the snow, but that's not what I came to tell you about. Came to talk about the draft. We got a building down New York City. It's called Whitehall Street, where you walk in and you get injected, inspected, detected, infected, neglected, and selected. I went down to get my physical examination one day, and I walked in, I sat down, got good and drunk the night before, so I looked and felt my best when I went in that morning. Because I wanted to look like the all-American kid from New York City. Man, I wanted to feel like I wanted to be the all-American kid from New York, and I walked in, sat down, I was hung down, brung down, hung up, and all kinds of mean, nasty, ugly things. And I walked in, I sat down, they gave me a piece of paper, said, "Kid, see the psychiatrist, room 604. And I went up there, I said, "Shrink, I want to kill. I mean, I want to kill. I want to see blood and gore and guts and veins in my teeth. Eat dead, burnt bodies. I mean, kill. And I started jumping up and down, yelling, kill. And it started jumping up and down with me, and we was both jumping up and down, yelling, kill. And the sergeant came over, pinned the medal on me, set me down the hall, said, "You're our boy." And didn't feel too good about it. Proceeded on down the hall, getting more injections, inspections, detections, neglections, and all kinds of stuff that they were doing to me at the thing there. And I was there for 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. I was there for a long time, going through all kinds of mean, nasty, ugly things, and I was just having a tough time there. And they was inspecting, injecting every single part of me, and they wasn't leaving no part untouched. Proceeded through, and when it finally came to see the very last man, I walked in, sat down after a whole big thing there, and I walked up and said, "What do you want?" He said, "Kid, we only got one question. Have you ever been arrested?" And I proceeded to tell him the story of Alice's Restaurant, Massacre, with full orchestration and 5-part harmony and stuff like that, and then other phenomena. Stopped me right there and said, "Kid, did you ever go to court?" I proceeded to tell him the story of the 27 8x10 colored glossy pictures with the circles and arrows and a paragraph on the back of each one, and stopped me right there and said, "Kid, I want you to go over and sit down on that bench that says Group W. Now, kid." And I walked over to the bench there, and there's Group W is where they put you if you may not be moral enough to join the army after committing your special crime. And there was all kinds of mean, nasty, ugly-looking people on the bench there. Mother rapers, father stabbers, father rapers. Father rapers sitting right there on the bench next to me, and he was mean and nasty and ugly and horrible and crime-fighting guys was sitting there on the bench. And the meanest, ugliest, nastiest one, the meanest father raper of them all, was coming over to me, and he was mean and ugly and nasty and horrible and all kinds of things. And he sat down next to me and said, "Kid, what'd you get?" I said, "I didn't get nothing. I had to pay $50 and pick up the garbage." He said, "What were you arrested for, kid?" And I said, "Littering." And they all moved away from me on the bench there to carry eyeball and all kinds of mean, nasty things, till I said, "And creating a nuisance." And they all came back, shook my hand, and we had a great time on the bench talking about crime, mother stabbing, father rape, and all kinds of groovy things that we was talking about on the bench. And everything was fine. We were smoking cigarettes and all kinds of things until the sergeant came over, had some paper in his hand, held it up, and said, "Kids, this piece of paper's got 47 words, 37 sentences, 58 words. We want to know details of the crime, time, the crime, and else kind of thing. You got to say pertaining about the crime. Want to know the rest of the officer's name, and else kind of thing. You got to say." And it talked for 45 minutes, and nobody understood a word that he said. But we had fun filling out the forms and playing with the pencils on the bench there. I filled out the massacre with the 4-part harmony and wrote it down there just like it was, and everything was fine. And I put down a pencil and I turned over the piece of paper, and there on the other side, in the middle of the other side, away from everything else on the other side, in parentheses, capital letters, quotated, read the following words: "Kid, you rehabilitated yourself." I went over to the sergeant and said, "Sergeant, you've got a lot of damn gall to ask me if I've rehabilitated myself. I'm sitting here on the bench. I'm sitting here on the Group W bench because you want to know if I'm moral enough to join the army, burn women, kids' houses, and villages after being a litter bug." He looked at me and said, "Kid, you don't like your kind. And we're going to send your fingerprints off to Washington, and friends, somewhere in Washington, enshrined in some little folders, a study in black and white of my fingerprints. And the only reason I'm singing you the song now is because you may know somebody in a similar situation. Or you may be in a similar situation, and if you're in a situation like that, there's only one thing you can do, is walk into the shrink wherever you are. Just walk in and say, 'Shrink, you can get anything you want at Alice's restaurant,' and walk out. You know, if just one person does it, they may think he's really sick and they won't take him. And if two people do it in harmony, they think they're both faggots and they won't take either of them. And if 3 people do it, can you imagine 3 people walking in, singing a bar, Alice's restaurant, and walking out? They may think it's an organization. And can you imagine 50 people a day? I said 50 people a day walking in, singing a bar, Alice's restaurant, and walking out. And friends, they may think it's a movement. And that's what it is. The Alice's Restaurant Anti-Massacre Movement. And all you gotta do to join is to sing it the next time it comes around on the guitar. With feeling. So we'll wait till it comes around on the guitar here. Sing it when it does. Here it comes. You can get anything you want at Alice's restaurant. You can get anything you want at Alice's restaurant. Walk right in, it's around the back, just a half a mile from the railroad track. And you can get anything you want at Alice's restaurant. That was horrible. If you want to end war and stuff, you gotta sing loud. You could put a lot. I've been singing the song now for 25 minutes. I could sing it for another 25 minutes. I'm not proud or tired. So we'll wait till it comes around again, and this time with 4-part harmony and feeling. We're just waiting for it to come around is what we're doing. You can get anything you want at Alice's restaurant. Excepting Alice, you can get anything you want at Alice's restaurant. So walk right in, it's around the back, just a half a mile from the railroad track. And you can get anything you want at Alice's restaurant. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. At Alice's restaurant.
All right. How do you like that? That's a good oldie. That's a real good oldie. All right. We've been past our 15 minutes. We're about to check. No second line. I don't have the other. I don't know if the other cameras on this one. Is camera 2 on here? Oh shit, no camera 2. What if we go see, is everything shut off? We jump to this one. Oh, yeah, there we go. Camera 2's on here. Let's get it here. Let's turn on. All right, right there. I don't know if you can see how well. There's a top line is like the dummy line, what you're supposed to be looking for, and below that there's not another line. So I'm good. No Kobe. All right. Let me. Oh yeah, you can't see no line on that on there. All right. Well, that means everything good. Go back to the other one. Oh no, we have.
They want to hear the thing.
You want to hear the Thanksgiving song again? Nope. Okay. All right, everybody. Well, that's going to be the conclusion of my show. I want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. Get with your family or your friends, your loved ones, anybody. Love them. Hug them. You never know when it's going to be the last. So this is one of the good days you get away with it, even to the grumpy ones. So get with your loved ones or get with somebody, and don't be alone, no matter what. Me, my dad, and my wife, that's pretty much going to be the ones going up to my daughters. So I want to say love y'all. Take care until we see each other again. And peace out. Happy Thanksgiving. And that don't play.